Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that you've joined us today for our Live Well and Thrive event. And you're going to hear from some amazing women on the line. And we've got a bit of an international tribe today. You'll hear from ladies from New Zealand, the US, and Australia. And you might be confused thinking that I'm in the US, but I'm actually in Australia as well. So I'm excited to be able to have this chance to sit down with you guys and just share a little bit about something that's come into my life and the lives of these other ladies about, for me, it's been about 8 months ago. But, the reason that it was a relevant thing is in this day and age, we find that people are either struggling from one of two major stresses. One would be health, and the other one is finance. I know that as a mother of three, and I've got a husband as well, that, there's always something going on for somebody, whether it's allergies or, being sick for school, or I know for myself personally, I was quite sick with walking pneumonia. And as somebody that really takes those extra measures to look after myself and lead a healthy lifestyle, I was pretty discouraged and really looking for an answer of, how I could improve upon that. So it was 8 months ago that a friend of mine just shared about an opportunity that could help me with that. And the other thing that was exciting was that there was a business attached to it as well. So some of the ladies on the line are going to just talk a little bit about what their experience has been. We're going to introduce you to our products and our program. But in general, we know that, in today's day and age, as a planet, we're not getting healthier. We see the rise of lifestyle diseases all the time. We see the rise in cancers and autoimmune diseases, heart disease, diabetes, and the World Health Organization, recommends that we should all be eating more fruits and vegetables. They go so far as to say between 9 and 13 every single day. So I can tell you that for me, I try to do my best, but that certainly does not happen. So when I came across a product that could help with that, it really piqued my interest. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over to Natalie. Natalie is a mother of 5, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about our products. Let me just find Natalie, because we've got a few ladies on the line. And
I've unmuted myself.
Beautiful. And you're pinned. Go for it.
Great. Hi, girls. So nice to see you all. And thanks for coming and having a sneak peek at this amazing product and business that we do. And so the company that we are working for is called Juice Plus. And Juice Plus have basically dehydrated fruits, veggies and berries in capsules. And that's the fruit one, that's the berry one, that's the veggie one, and this is your beautiful good fats, which are all your omega blend. And so if you could imagine just going to the shop and getting better than vine ripened fruit, 29 varieties of them every day, and put them into your body, how do you think that you would feel? You'd probably feel amazing, wouldn't you? Because we all know that fruit and veggies just work in our system. They, our body recognises them totally, how to digest them, how to absorb the nutrients out of them, and how to put our body in a position of healing. So with fruit and veggies and berries, it just sort of makes sense, really. So they're free of pesticides. They've been tested. It's a big game, this natural nutritional medicine stuff. They get scrutinised quite well, and they're quite happy to, because they want to produce the most amazing product. And I'm just really excited to be working with a company that just actually really cares about health and providing a way out to the spiralling health concerns that a lot of people, we just know. I mean, who knows somebody with cancer, with autoimmune, with eczema? I'm pretty sure that we could all, who's really run low and chronic fatigued or just depleted generally throughout their whole day of wanting to have nana naps and getting up and not feeling refreshed and vital every day. Well, that's, we need to keep finding a way. It's our responsibility as for our own health, really. I have a nursing background many, many moons ago, and I think that was the beginning of my journey as I nursed very, very sick people who probably hadn't taken responsibility for a lot of their health for a lot of years. They just sort of laid down and said, oh, well, what will be, will be. And so it was quite confronting as a young person to start thinking about my own health and probably just saying, I actually don't want to go down that line. I want to find the way. I want to take responsibility for my own health. And so I have pretty much, after having my children and everything, when I got to the age of 40, it really dawned on me, well, now's your chance, Nat. Like, if you don't do this in the next 20 years, who's going to do it for you? And so I was really reminded of that. And although I was sort of a pretty good eater, most people that you meet say, yeah, look, I eat pretty well. Well, it's getting to the stage where pretty well just doesn't even cut it. We actually really need to be fortifying our bodies above and beyond. And that's what I love about these products, because they actually don't have things that you eat every day, like acerola cherry. I mean, who has that every day? I don't think I've ever had one before I had this product 2 years ago. I don't have dates every day, and I don't have beets and papayas and cranberries. I don't really have those. I don't have pomegranate seeds and raspberry seeds every day. I don't have elderberry, like I've never really had an elderberry. But the good thing about this is it's been researched to actually understand the nutritional density of each of these fruit, veggies and berries. And so they've picked the top densest fruits, veggies and berries and dehydrated them at a really slow rate so that all the nutrients is really locked in there. And the sugar has been taken out. So it's just mushed up and pulped up in and then put into a vegan-based capsule. So it's really fantastic for everybody, whether, if you've got all your allergies and things like that, it is really amazing. And even for blood pressure medication and things like that, it's really the equivalent to half an orange of the potassium that's in the whole group. So even people with blood pressure medication can sort of take it unless they're on extremely high doses. So the other thing that they have done as well is put a beautiful blend of protein, carbohydrate and fats into these powders, and there's a chocolate one and a vanilla one, and they've also got really fascinating things that you probably wouldn't have every day. Yucca powder and alfalfa sprout powder and spirulina powder and just mushroom powder, stuff that you don't really eat every day. But so there's another 30 plus dehydrated fruit and veggies in these protein shakes, and that they're really good. They sustain your blood sugar level. They're fantastic for recovery for athletes, and they're just great for meal skippers too. I don't really do lunch. I'm not a big lunchy person, so I often go, yay, I've got an answer. And I just love having one of those for breakfast, and sometimes when I'm really lazy I have one for lunch as well. So the other really good thing about the company is that they have these chewable forms, which are really fantastic for older people who don't like swallowing tablets, or anybody actually who doesn't really like swallowing capsules. They come in the fruit and the veggies, not in the berries, but they're really also fantastic for kids. If you place an order for an adult, the good thing is the company gives you a child's serve for free. So that's pretty amazing if your kids are between 4 and 18. So there it's got exactly the same fruit and veggies as the capsules have. They've just been mixed with a little bit of the juice. to sweeten them up, but there's nothing added that's untoward or anything like that. And then it's just mixed with some tapioca powder to continue with that, to get that sort of sticky, chewy, yummy sort of thing. It's really good for athletes too. I'm a massage therapist part-time, and I use them in between my massages to just to pick me up, and they're fantastic. So we also have some amazing products, programs that are associated with the products, but I'll hand you back over to Michelle, and she can tell you a bit about that. Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks, Nat. Thanks so much. I love it when somebody with a health background shares, because she brings things to light that I might not necessarily think about. And I love that our company really is the company with the heart, and they really are all around families. So it's really beautiful. I've just got one of the chews here just to show you. It's just like a little, I guess in the States we'd call them a gummy, but here we call them a chew. And I do know my kids just gobble them up, and so much so that I have to sort of hide them or we go through them too fast. But yeah, we do have beautiful programs that go along with the products. So it's really different than, just going into a store and buying a product. And if you're like me, I sort of need the encouragement to, continue on. So we have a beautiful array of programs that have been created by healthcare professionals. We recently just did a beautiful 14-day delicious detox. The cool thing is, you can just get started on the products, and that's a huge upgrade anyway. But once you start to incorporate the programs, it's just a way to kind of take it further. We have things like beautiful posture and stretch guides created by chiropractors. Different things for holiday. We've got, festive feasts, because we're definitely not about deprivation. And then, we have a couple different guide kind of books with tribal wellness and Mums Being Awesome. And it just gives you a lot of opportunities to upgrade your meals, a lot of clean eating recipes, and just basic principles behind that. So I love that we have a program to really wrap around your family and really support you in your specific health goals. We don't claim that it's, it's not a magic pill. It doesn't regrow arms or legs, but what it does in each person is really exciting. So to bring it to life, I'm just going to take us over to, I'm going to go over to Michelle Powell, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what her story has been with the products. Let me just find you, honey, and I'll pin you, and I'll unmute you. Oops, I think I just, there we go, I've unmuted you, and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So my name's Michelle, and I am a mum of 5 also. My children are now 2, 3, 5, 8, and 10 years old. So I've been on the products for 17, 18 months now. And before I started this, I was honestly at the worst point of my life. I'd been suffering depression for probably 3 years prior to finding this, and my girlfriend had been on the products, and she had found that her hormones had leveled out, and she just had more energy. And I thought, well, you know what, I need a bit more energy. I'd had blood tests done to check my thyroid levels because my hair had been falling out by the handfuls. I was just a mess, and I had acne all down my face. I had cystic acne on my neck. My eczema was just terrible. It was, I'd open my hands up and it would just bleed and crack, and it was painful. And blood tests came back normal. I was on iron tablets. I was on multivitamins. I was on all this stuff, and nothing was doing anything for me. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And I was very pleasantly surprised. It was only probably 10 days to 2 weeks, all of a sudden I just had a little bit more energy, and I was like, oh wow. And if that was it, I probably would have been happy at that point. Getting a bit greedy now because it keeps getting a little bit better, which is cool. But so about 2 weeks in, I had a bit more energy, and I noticed that my skin was clearing. So I took photos, and my acne, like, it was still red, but it was just not inflamed anymore, and it just continued. I still get a little bit of a hormonal spot here and there now, but apart from that, my skin is clear and just awesome. And my eczema, it cleared up really fast, which was really cool. And I found too, since we've just had our new omegas added to our products, and I've actually found that the skin on my whole body is really smooth now. Like, it had cleared a lot, but now it's just kind of, that was more my face, and now it's everywhere. Like, it's really, really cool. So, and then I think it was probably a month in, and one day I woke up and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm alive again. I just felt like the old me, and I'd honestly pretty much forgotten 3 years of my life. I had my children in 7 years, and I just, I think my last three, they were born in 3 years, and my littlest one, we've had a few health issues with her, and I had just kind of lost that time. So for me, it's just completely brought me back to life. I would go to the gym, and I enjoy the gym, and I'd go to the gym and I'd just be absolutely shattered. I'd come home and I'd be so frustrated with myself because I just couldn't feel those endorphins weren't really doing anything for me. And now I go to the gym and I feel amazing. Like I can work all day and I just feel so strong and so fit. So it's been awesome for me. And the shakes is my brekkie, which is amazing. But I think for also the thing that really drew me to it was for my children, my 5 children. My girls eat really well. My son was one of those kids that they say like 2% of children are not eating the 2 fruit and 5 veg. And he was one of them. He wasn't eating any of it. He'd eat an apple, maybe. And that was it. And his behaviour was getting pretty bad. He was not sleeping. We had sleep studies done, and he was having restlessness in his deep sleep stage, and he was just cranky all the time. So when we started this, he actually, probably a month in, and he was sleeping through the night, stopped bedwetting, his behaviour got so much better, and he could just concentrate. And it was really nice to see that transformation for him. So also he was sick, like all of them. They were all sick all the time. And we don't do antibiotics. Natural health is what we do. So this is why it made so much sense to me. And we literally don't. They'll get a sniffly nose every now and then, and because it's just food, I'll double dose them, and by the next day, it's pretty much gone. So the other child that I really, really wanted it for was my youngest one. Like I said, he shivers. Like I said, some health issues with her, and she was born very tiny, and she's 2.5. You can see she's still tiny, and I was still breastfeeding her. It was 13 months. She was 13 months old, and she was really constipated. Hadn't put on any weight hadn't put on any weight for 2 months, and gave her the chews. And 4 days in, because she was on prescribed medication for laxatives because she'd had fissures, very painful fissures, bleeding a lot. Just a minute, we're going to talk. And 4 days in, I took her off her constipation medication, and she hasn't had to have it again since, which is really cool. Her appetite picked up. She put on 200 grams in that first 2 weeks, which is massive for a child this size. And she just started eating again, which is really cool. And for all of the children, they've craved a lot more. My big girls love their fruit and veg, but now they literally they have it for breakfast. They crave it all the time. They are always in the fridge wanting more, carrots and zucchinis and everything, like raw broccoli, all of this. So it's been really cool. And my hubby also, he suffered really bad hay fever, and it's gone. It's crazy. It's gone. And after working his 12-hour days, he goes to the gym in the morning at 5 a.m. He works a 12-hour day, and he's still got energy for us. So, there's so much more, but I mean, we don't have time for all of that. But yeah, it's totally something that's going to be in our lives forever. And I'm so, 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 so grateful, to have it. So thanks. Bye.
That's so wonderful. I'm so excited when I hear your story. I mean, it's just incredible what it does in each individual's body. And you touched on so many amazing things. I don't even know what to comment on first, but it's incredible what it did for your little girl with no more constipation. What a relief. We don't like to give medication to our children. We don't like to see them suffering. I love that you touched on that. What it does when we put it into the body is it actually changes our palate from young to old. You crave better. You want to eat better things. And the other really significant thing that Michelle touched on is about our omegas. And particularly as mothers, those healthy fats, those essential fatty acids, we actually need to consume them. So when you've had 5 children, the whole baby brain thing is actually a completely legitimate thing. And what a boost to be able to replace that. And Michelle's seeing the benefits, and so many of us are. So I'm going to go ahead and take us over to Casey. And she's going to go ahead and share her story with us about how the product has been for her. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin you, hon. And let's see, did I unmute you? I can't see. Let's see. There you go. I think you're unmuted. No?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. What a great share, Michelle. Thank you. I can totally resonate with that. Hey, everyone. Well, I'm Casey. I'm a mum of three. My daughter is 16 years old. My sons are three, and the other one is 15 months old. I'm also a registered nurse on the Gold Coast here in the emergency department. I first heard about Juice Plus through a friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in a lot of years, actually. She reached out to me about 10 months ago now. So at the time, my youngest was only 3 months old. I was your typical zombie mum. I had brain fog, I was sleep deprived, no energy, I was living off the dreaded coffee, I was eating crap or not eating at all, basically. But worst of all, it was my mental health that really suffered. I'd actually hit the lowest point in my entire life. I basically said yes to Juice Plus and our program because it makes total sense, you know, fruits, veggies, berries in a capsule. I knew even on our good days that we weren't even getting the recommended daily amount. I love that the whole family can take it. All of us are on the products and the program as well. And I love that knowing that even if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, anyone can take these products. It benefits everybody. With my health background as well, I won't go into too much details, but I love knowing that it's backed by science, you know, the top-notch gold standard peer-reviewed medical journals, you know, I love that as well. So I've been on the products now for about 10 months and I just feel amazing. I have so much more energy. My bleached hair is actually growing now. I've lost most of my baby weight, which I didn't mean to do intentionally, but I know that fueling my body with good food, it would just do wonders for myself inside and out. But most of all, I have such a better, happier, positive mindset, which is just great, which you need on a daily basis, especially with kids anyway. I love knowing that our whole family is also contributing to the prevention of disease. You know, working in an emergency department, I see so many preventable diseases coming through those doors. You know, 75% of diseases are preventable. So I'm definitely grateful that my friend reached out to me. I wish I'd known about it many, many years ago, but that's all good. We're on the road to health and wellness. I'm excited to be a happier, healthier mum and having a happy family as well and healthy. It's such an important thing to me to be a good role model for my kids, you know, and I can't wait to share this with everyone and anyone. You know, it benefits every single person. So I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you. That is just wonderful. I just love, love, love hearing your story. And wow, far out to have, you know, 2 little ones and working and have a teenager. And it's incredible, you know, the things that it can do in your life and the life of your family. And like you said, Casey, just having a healthy mindset and outlook is so important, and being that role model to your family. So I just love it. I feel really encouraged. So thanks, ladies, for the product shares. We're going to switch gears a little bit because we do also actually have an opportunity with the business. And I'm going to go ahead. We're going to head over to New Zealand. And I'm going to pin Katie. And she's going to go ahead and share with us a little bit about the business. And are you unmuted?
Yes, I am.
Go for it.
Awesome. So I'm Katie, and I said yes to this opportunity at a point in my life where I was really looking for a better way. I wanted to contribute to my household financially, but without affecting the time I spent being a mum. So I was looking for something flexible, it had to be home-based, and it had to really excite me and give me purpose. Before having my 3rd child, I was a self-employed administrator, which meant I was paid hourly at the rate that my employer thought I was worth. I didn't get paid for sick days. Some weeks would actually be going backwards if I had the day off to look after my little ones because I still had to pay for the daycare fees. It was also really insecure. Being self-employed, my work could cease at any moment without notice, and there was no obligation for the company to hold my job when I went on maternity leave. So going back to that way of life just didn't make sense anymore. So the best way to explain our business is to start by just showing you the business model of a traditional business, which looks something like this. At the top, you've got your CEO, and then you've got various levels of management. So these are your board of directors, sales managers, area managers, those type of jobs. And at the bottom here is where a lot of us usually hang out. Down here is where we trade our time for money. We're told what we're worth, and generally we're working on other people's dreams instead of our own. And yes, of course we can climb the ladder, but the likelihood of us getting this guy's job is actually pretty slim. And often with promotion, sure, we might have more money, but it comes with more responsibility, expectations, and usually more hours. And we actually have to almost step over our colleagues to get there. There isn't room enough for everyone at the top. So when I was down here, I had no opportunity to be promoted. Even though I worked hard and made the company money, it just wasn't going to happen. And becoming a mum, I really devalued myself. I felt like I couldn't possibly be as valuable as the other people in my business, my team members. I was the one that was leaving work early for the kids, and I couldn't do full-time hours. So I took their less important jobs and I let the other people shine. So our opportunity looks more like this. At the bottom, everyone starts as a virtual franchisee, and everyone has the same opportunity to move through the different levels of the company to reach the pinnacle position of National Marketing Director. The only way that we can move from here to here is by helping others and raising people up. We have an amazing community that supports us wholeheartedly also. So now I'm just going to clarify a couple of assumptions that people might have at this point. The first one being, I don't have a lot of time. This business can literally be done in 30 minutes a day in stolen moments. Personally, I work while my son is napping or at the end of the day when the kids are asleep. Another common objection is people saying I'm not an expert or a salesperson. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to be either. This is a teaching business with a proven step-by-step system that anyone can do, no matter what their background. We also don't want you to be salespeople, and I know you don't want to be a salesperson, so that's just uncomfortable for everyone. So the best way to explain what we do is we do 3 core things in this business. We use the products. We're a product of the product. We talk about the products with the people we love and care about, and we share our results and the results of others. So just to wrap up, this business is simple, easy, it's duplicatable, and it just makes sense. For me and my family, it's been life-changing. Since starting the business, I've not returned to work outside the home. I've gone on an overseas holiday for the first time, and I've been able to actually help other mums with their kids during the school holidays. But probably the thing that I'm most proud of is all the families that I've been able to help with either their health or their lifestyle or both. And I just truly believe that every aspect of the business is a better way. And for some people, it's the only way. So I'll just pass back over to Michelle now, and she'll tell you a bit more about how we get paid.
Thank you so much. That was incredible. You are amazing. I loved how clear and simple that was. And really, that's the beauty of this business. You know, we really try to keep it simple and to make it duplicatable. And, you know, that's evidenced in the fact that, you know, it's an international business. You know, I've got team in the States. I've got team in Western Australia. So we've got, you know, it's a It's a franchise. It's a proven system. We've got step-by-step how you can make this business work for you. So I love that. I won't go into it in too much depth because it is more of an express event today, but just to let you guys know, one of the things that was really appealing to me for a start is that, this is an opportunity to create a residual income. And a residual income, if you're not really familiar with that, is, something that makes money for you even when you're not working. So hands up, who would like that? It's often called the beach money because, it's money that you can make while you're lying on the beach. So it's definitely re-energized our ability to dream a little bit. And I know, for me, living in Australia and having family in the US, my biggest dream when I said yes to this was to be able to take a trip home. And in less than 2 weeks, bags are getting packed and we're going. So it's super cool. We get paid 3 ways, and that is different than any other job I've had. When we put somebody in touch with the product, the company rewards us by giving us the retail profit. So, when you go to a restaurant and you have a great meal and you recommend to somebody to go, the restaurant doesn't call you up and say, hey, we want to give you a little kickback for that. But Juice Plus, the company, actually does do that. So retail profit is one way that we get paid. As you promote in the business, you get a percentage of commission, and that starts at 4% and goes to 14%. So that's exciting because you have the opportunity to give yourself a pay rise pretty much every month. And then the other thing, which is super exciting, and I think all of the ladies on the line would agree, is that we actually get bonuses. And in this day and age, there's just not that many companies that do bonuses. And, in your first 10 days in this company, you have an opportunity to earn a $100 bonus. And the bonuses go from, can you see $100 all the way to $3,000 when you reach that top pinnacle position that Katie mentioned in our model, which is NMD, National Marketing Director. And at that point, at that level, I know in Australia anyway, I'm not sure what the US equivalent would be, but you're earning, at a minimum, residually, $80,000 a year. So it's just definitely a better way. And, there's other ways that you can try to create a residual income, property investment. You could invent something, but I don't know, this is a lot easier. I don't think you have to have millions to invest in property to get to that point. So, just ask yourself, maybe if not this, then what? So there's a few other ladies on the line that I'd like to talk to about their business stories and really just kind of why they said yes to the business. It doesn't matter if you've just been in the business for a few days or months or even years. There's always a reason that you can think about why this was appealing to you and what you're looking forward to. So we're going to head over to Hawaii. We've got some friends visiting us there, and I'd like to go and talk to Sam. So I will go ahead and ping you, Sam, and just tell us a little bit about why you decided to say yes to this opportunity. Tanya, can you unmute us? Beautiful. Hey, Sam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I joined Juice Plus about a month ago because I had been talking to Tanya and I noticed that they have energy and we met them and stuff. They have energy and she's talking about the business and I was interested in every single post that she put on Facebook. So we talked about it. I ended up joining because my husband's going to be departing the military soon and I would like to fill that income gap since he had a stroke. So it helps us a lot with our the products help us a lot with the things that he's dealing with and the health issues we have. And my son was told he was overweight and I'm trying to release weight as well. So that I'm like, I can make money, I can get healthy. It just seems like the right thing for us to do at the right time, just handed to us. And so far I've liked it and anybody that I've shared it with has liked it. And we haven't felt at the end of the day, we don't run out of energy and it just helps each day kind of ensure that, this is right for us. And I just keep pushing and sharing the product with people and telling people about it. And we're able to perform all the tasks we need to every day now. And because he's departing from the military, it gives me motivation in the next year here to hopefully make up the income that he won't be making when he gets out, depending on our financial stability with that. So that's my story and why we did it. So
that's awesome, Sam. I'm really, really excited for you. It's really cool to be able to connect on social media, and it's awesome. I know Tanya is an amazing leader in our company, and she's also just had an incredible promotion, and it's great to have a mentor like that and somebody that can come alongside you and just really support you. And this is really an opportunity to kind of make dreams come true. And if you need to replace an income, there's definitely an opportunity there. So I'm really applaud you saying yes. And I'm excited for what the future is for you. And I'm just going to head over to Rachel. She's going to be our last share for today. I'll let you unmute yourself and I'll pin you. And you can tell me what you're excited about.
Okay. Well, I've been taking the Juice Plus products with my family for about 6 to 8 weeks before it was time for us to reorder some shakes, because we'd just gone through those. And at that time of reordering, the business opportunity came up again, and I saw it as a way to get our products cheaper, but Murray saw the potential in the business and how it could be a secondary income for us. So yeah, we started the virtual franchise, and Murray started sharing the products with people, and it just sort of took off from there. And it's just great seeing how we can help people improve their health and well-being. And as Murray's business got busier, I started taking over the business. And I've really enjoyed that because it's helped me with my personal development, because this is something I'd never do, like share on a Zoom or talk in front of a group of people. So it's really helped me get out of my comfort zone. But yeah, it's a great support network that we have here, and a great community of women who support and empower each other. And that's what I really love, sharing, and we catch up weekly. And it's, you just get to make a great group of friends. And another really good point with the business is that there's no experience necessary, as Katie mentioned. We have team trainings twice a week. And the company puts on a conference every year. So we've had one up on the Gold Coast, and next year we've got one in Perth. And there's also external conferences and trainings that you can also attend. I'm going to one this week in Melbourne, and next month I'm going to Vegas, which is pretty exciting. So I'd never thought I'd be going to Vegas, especially for a conference. And I also get to catch up with my brother in Texas.
That's so beautiful.
So, sorry.
It's beautiful.
So I'm really looking forward to catching up with him.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just a really good opportunity that the business promotes. So I'll hand it back to you now, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you so much. It is just, it is really amazing, the opportunities that the business gives you. And Rachel's a good friend of mine and has been for many, many years. And, to see the growth that she's had in this business and the opportunities that she's taken, and, I can relate. And more times than not, I'm the person that's crying on the Zoom because, it is a dream come true to be able to see loved ones and to be able to reconnect with people. And so, this business is a lot more than just fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule. It's a lot more than secondary incomes. This is a personal development business, and this is a business that really makes dreams come true. So if that resonates with you or anyone that you know, I'd really encourage you to share this, because, we're just ladies that are speaking from our heart, that have found an opportunity to create more of the things that we love in our lives. And so I really thank you for that vulnerability, Rachel. I can relate. That's an absolute joy that I'm going to be able to take my kids back. And it's been 3 years for them. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. Thanks for spending the time. And please, get back to the person that shared this with you and let them answer some more questions for you. We've got plenty of space for everybody. The more the merrier. And so it's just an absolute pleasure to have such a positive message to share. So thanks so much for tuning in. Take care.